Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. I'm Laetitia Moncarz. I'm based in Singapore and I'm leading the Corporates and NBFI team for Asia Pacific. Today, I'm going to talk about our strategy. And you will see a lot of similarities about what we are doing at our level and what the country, India, is doing. We can talk about digital. You will see the importance of Digital India program, and you will see the parallel with what we are trying to do at SWIFT. And also you will be able to see during this presentation some of the initiatives we are putting in place are totally in line with the achievement of India. I would like to just talk about one fantastic achievement. I read recently that India moved to rank 142 to 63. 142 to 63 as a country to easily do business with. And this one is crucial because when you have a trader looking at some countries and so on, the fact that the rating of the country is good will definitely give a good image about the country. And it's important for the corporates in the country trying to do business, but also for the financial institution. And what you will be able to see in this presentation is what we are trying to put in place is totally aligned with the Digital India program and the fantastic achievement in terms of ranking at a country level. Before to go into detail and talk about our strategy, you might not be familiar about SWIFT. SWIFT is a cooperative. And it's very important. Why it is important? It's important because we are non-for-profit. It means our mission is to serve the community. And this one is crucial. We started like 50 years ago doing standardization, messaging between financial institutions. Then little by little, we offered new overlay services such as compliance products or cyber product. Then we increased our users. We started with financial institutions only 50 years ago. But now we have corporates, assets manager, payment service provider who are using SWIFT platform. And you will see it's very important that we are serving this community in the best manner. Let me present to you our mission. Our mission is to deliver instant, frictionless international transaction. Because on the domestic space, we have seen that now many countries have such experience on the domestic payments. But what we are doing is to have the same experience for cross-border payments. Also, we are trying to really, one of our mission is to full transparency, to have the visibility about the cost and to make a seamless experience. And the last point, which is a very crucial point, the global reach. I like to say that everywhere you go, you can buy a Coke. Everywhere you go, you can have a bank connected to SWIFT. And I think this one is very important because when you look at the global economic landscape and the trade, partnership between the countries, you will have countries from Asia working with Americas and Europe and so on. Today, with all our users using our platform, more than 11,000, we are providing this reach to better serve the community. Our strategy, let's go a little bit deeper. From a payments perspective, we will support financial institutions to better serve their customers. We will reduce friction. Friction, when we are talking about friction, we are talking about compliance, liquidity, some controls who might be required. This is what we are trying to achieve from a payments perspective. And last but not least is all the ISO 20022 that will serve to enrich data and analytics. In some cases, ISO 20022 might be seen as a burden, more information required, but that's not the case actually. Because when you look at ISO 20022, it will help the industry. The beneficiary will receive more information. It will help for reconciliation. It will help to track. It will help the financial institution to better control and screen the transaction, to avoid delay in payments. Okay, actually, when thinking about ISO 20022, it's a fantastic enabler for the financial community. From a security point of view, we will build the rails of tomorrow, facilitating the reconciliation. And we are also working to tokenize some assets. Let's have a look now to the trends who are really impacting our decision to build this new strategy. In terms of trends, what we have 5 main trends. The first one is upstream disintermediation. I can't say it, but I'm sure you can see that on the screen. What is it? Is the fact that today the transaction will not start from the bank. The ecosystem is much more diverse now. We have the creation of some platform, let's say for trade, for securities, and we have now some transaction initiated outside of this ecosystem. What we are building with our strategy and what we are taking into account is this trend to make sure that we will link together this ecosystem to the platform and to the current payments rails. Stronger competition, it's a fact. If you ask any banker today, they will let you know. They will say, of course, they can feel the pressure from new entrants. Those new entrants, they are really focusing on customer experience. Conclusion, the banks, they have to fight to remain competitive. And we are here to serve, to help them to better serve actually their clients. Tiger compliance. The compliance is necessary, we all know that. The problem is the fact that more and more requirements are there and it can be felt by the bank as a burden. We are here to support that. We are here to try to mutualize some of the requirements from the banks. One of the other trends is the increased cost of doing business. You know, each bank, to remain relevant, they will have to invest to make sure they follow the compliance rules in that state and so on. They will also to invest. And conclusion, we want to make sure that the banks can serve the market they want to serve. And we will take into account that to better, in our strategy, to cover that point. Last but not least, new technology. New technology is a given now. You know, a few years back, nobody was talking about API, nobody was talking about cloud and so on. Or at least, I would say they were talking about that, but much less in the financial industry. Now it's definitely something that we have to take into account. The world is changing, including the financial institution. And we need to make sure that those financial institutions will have the right technology to serve their clients, such API or cloud. What I have presented, you know, the 5 main trends we have identified, we are covering it in our new strategy. We are addressing the challenges of the financial industry. We are integrated upstream to make sure that if something is initiated outside, it will be taken into account and go through the platform. We are providing a better experience for the banks to serve well their corporates and their clients. We are centralizing to improve efficiency. The transaction management, shared services, you know, to make sure that we will not have to do it again and again. And of course, we are using new technology like API and cloud, to name a few, to serve better the community. And once again, at the end of the day, is to have a better experience. That's the new platform of SWIFT. This is what we are bringing to the community, all together with all the members. Here you can see on the slide how we are going to do that, to achieve that. It's a very definitely ambition mission, but this is what we are putting in place. And we are leveraging on some of our success, such as GPI. You know, if you look at GPI, we are talking about cross-border payments, and we have 50% of the cross-border payments who will take end-to-end less than 30 minutes. Look, we are leveraging on our success to build more services and to enhance even more the customer experience by providing, for instance, the upfront predictability. You will know before to send the payment how much does it cost. This one is very important for the clients, for the corporates, because they know exactly it will ease their business with partners all over the world. We are also making transaction easier through API, and we standardize API. Because, you know, a lot of fintechs and new entrants are working with many banks partners. And one of their feedback is the fact that they are struggling. They are struggling because they are using API with different banks, but never the same standards. And usually fintech, they have limited resources. We are helping here by bringing some standardization. Then they will be able to use the same API with their different banks partner. We are enabling instant payment and remove friction. Instant, it's already happening on the domestic payment, but we are making possible for cross-border transaction by pre-processing some, pre-validating some information. Then you avoid delay and you make it much more faster, like almost instant payment, but for cross-border. And of course, we are innovating. We are partnering with other players to make it happen. And yes, we are developing some of our product on our own, and some by leveraging on some of our partners, like a new industry, to try to put in place new industry mechanism. If we look now what it looks like today and what is going to look like very soon, this is the next slide. You can see the current way the payment are processed. You know, you have different stakeholders, and all the time you can see the bubble, okay? In the new platform of SWIFT, we still keep all the players, but we are mutualizing some of our services. We are making it much more efficient, much more easier. This is our new platform. You can see the difference between two, and we are doing that, and I hope it will be very successful in India because we have a fantastic banks partner there, and we can see that it can bring a lot of efficiency to the economic landscape, and it will definitely, at the end of the day, serve better the corporates in India. Thank you very much.